morning, everybody. This is Vasilis Gerasis for ntmarkets.com. JSE on this side of the world continuing to take a bit of a paneling. It seems as the all-share index could potentially go down lower. Of course, we're getting hard hit here by the lower commodity prices, the dollar strengthening against the euro. As a result, a lot of people switching out of commodities back into the US dollar. And being a resource-based counter, of course, the all-share taking a bit of a hiding, and the commodities really coming under some serious pressure here. So going forward, potentially, I think our all-share index has the potential to go down a bit lower. But there are a couple of shares that are looking interesting. I'll begin with Vodacom in the telecom sector. Vodacom seems to be hovering at around about 111 Rand, just above that level. It is now at the bottom and testing this longer term trend line, as we can see here, that dates back to the beginning of 2011. So a bit of a crucial level for Vodacom over here. I would still like to see it bounce from this level with a potential target of about 120 Rand. Again, tight stop losses on these trades, maybe about 105 and also. It did actually we did see it a couple of times go down to about 108, 109 and then bounce back from there nicely. So I think the 110, 111 level looking quite interesting, looking a bit crucial here. But like I said, I would like to take a bit of a punt here with a target price of about 120, hopefully. Tight stop loss 105 Rand. Next graph I want to look at is Exxaro. Exxaro, in terms of valuation, is looking a little bit cheap. I know there's a lot of fund managers that are looking at this one and are a bit heavyweight Exxaro at the moment. But technically, also apart from the fundamentals, we can see it here yesterday closing at about 159 Rand 50. The level over here, horizontal support, looking quite interesting. I would like to see it bounce from here with a potential target of about 170 Rand. What I don't like about it in the short term is it has broken this upward trend line, and it's now testing the 160 Rand mark. Again, from a fundamental and a technical point of view, I like this trade. I think I would go long at about 160 Rand with a potential target of 170, but again, tight stop losses, possibly about 155 Rand in the longer term. And the one that is really looking interesting is Amplats. Amplats in the platinum sector. Here we see the daily graph of Amplats. As we can see, the RSI is looking oversold. Anglo Platinum forming a potential double bottom, as we can see here on the graph. That together with the fact that the RSI is looking oversold, it is looking like a bit of an interesting trade to go long at around about 360 or 365 Rand. We hope it does bounce from here and go back up to about 400 Rand or so. That would be the target price. But if I look at the weekly graph of Amplats, and what I don't like about it over here, and if I can just show, there's the potential double bottom on the graph. But if we see go back to multi-year lows, if we go back to about November, December 2008, as we can see here on the left hand side of the graph, it was quite a crucial level here. Tested it, held it quite nicely. We are back at that exact same level over here. So if Amplats does in fact break 350 to the downside, I think this one could go back and really hit multi-year lows, and I think the downside could be quite nasty. I don't have a target for the downside, but I think it could get quite ugly, and I think a stop loss of 350 Rand is quite crucial. Otherwise, you could get in for quite bigger losses than expected. So just on these technicals, we do have a double bottom over here. We are seeing that it's testing multi-year lows dating back to November, December 2008. I would like to see Amplats bounce from these levels, and if it doesn't, a very tight stop loss of 350 Rand and a potential target price to the upside of about 400 Rand initially. This is Vasilis Gerasis for ntmarkets.com.